Hello, it's 6 p.m. Arizona time. This is Jake Mace with jakemace.com, and we are live here on YouTube. And I'm hoping that you guys can hear me and see me okay. So in the chat, if you guys are live with me right now in the chat, let me know how I sound, how I look, if you guys can see and hear me okay. And today's lesson is going to be about drunken style Kung Fu, just about a 25-minute drunken style Kung Fu lesson. Then we'll do a 5-minute question and answer at the end of the video. So if you guys have a question you want to ask, please put it in the chat. And make sure right now, before you forget, to please hit the like button and like this video.
Are you looking for lemons?
That lemon guy gets me every time. The ad there. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and add this video maybe to your favorites or share it with a friend. And this would be a great video for those of you who are interested in the drunken style of Chinese Kung Fu. There's a lot to be learned in drunken style. And let me tell you a little bit of background of the 8 drunken Taoist immortals. Actually, whenever I go to China, most of the time when people find out that we do Kung Fu, they ask what kind of Kung Fu, and I'll tell them I do, you know, Shaolin, traditional Shaolin style Kung Fu, and they just love the fact that a blonde-haired Westerner that was born in Canada and now lives in America shows quite an interest in Chinese language and heritage through the martial arts. They just love it. So I've been to the Shaolin Temple a few times. I've been to from the north to the south of China. I even lived in China for a semester while I studied Mandarin, and I just found the people in China are really genuine and fantastic. They're so nice and helpful, and when you try to speak Chinese with them, or you tell them that in America you're a teacher of Chinese martial arts, they just smile and they just think it's the greatest thing in the world, because the traditional martial arts are on the decline, even in China. So whenever I say to them, you know, 在美国我教功夫, you know, in America I teach Kung Fu, they go, oh, 真的,真的, 你很聪明, 你很聪明. They say you're very smart, and they tell me in Chinese, you know, we love that you practice traditional Chinese Kung Fu because the young people in China don't do it anymore. And only the very old people do Tai Chi, Qigong, and Kung Fu. So they say that you in America, we want you to keep our traditional martial art culture alive. And so I say, okay, I'll do my best. And it's really fun to talk to the Chinese people about things like that. And then I end up telling them, you know, I also do drunken style Kung Fu. And they go, oh, we know drunken style Kung Fu. And they say in China we call it the Ba Xian. The Ba is the 8, and the Xian is like enlightened person or immortal. So they don't usually say the word for drunk, which is Zui, Z-U-I, Zui. They don't say that normally. They just say the Taoist immortals, the 8 Taoist immortals. And the reason why there's 8 Taoist immortals is because there actually are 8 of them. There's 8 different humanoid characters, and one of them is a female. One of them kind of is depicted as male or female, kind of the transgender of the 8 drunken immortals. And each of them has a story and a legend that's attached to them. So in today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on the fundamentals of drunken style. We are also going to be focusing on, in addition to the fundamentals of drunken style, we will also be focusing on some drunken style conditioning, some drunken style movement, drunken style techniques, and we'll do a little bit of a drunken style kata or Tao Lu or form that you guys can memorize and practice on your own when this broadcast is over. And then in the future, we'll take movements from that form and we'll learn how to fight with them, because drunken style is very effective in the fight. And the reason why this is the case is because drunken uses broken rhythms to its advantage. So I don't think that when you see on YouTube, I've seen a video that's pretty popular of a karate school that has some karate guys spar with and showcase their fighting ability against some Chinese guys, and one of them's a drunken guy. And what happens is that the drunken people that fight using Chinese drunken Kung Fu in today's world are mostly wushu practitioners who are really only good for performing drunken, not necessarily fighting with it. And so since the karate stylist just trains to kick hard, punch hard, and do maximum damage, of course, when you have a karate stylist who is sparring against a performer, of course the karate master will win. But Drunken is not necessarily a Chinese art for acting all drunk during the fight and becoming sloppy. It's not about sloppiness. Drunken style is about using youthful abilities of flexibility. It's about using different kinds of striking tools, like the back of the wrist, like the hand, like elbows. And it also strikes with broken rhythms. Basically, the Drunken style of Chinese Kung Fu is to martial arts as the knuckleball is to baseball. When a pitcher throws a knuckleball, it kind of only goes at 40 to 60 miles per hour, but it goes like this. A knuckleball is very difficult to pick up on. And so the batter has a hard time hitting that moving target that appears to move all over the place. So Drunken's the same thing. Drunken is very hard to pick up on because you're constantly erratic, unpredictable, and striking from odd angles, just like you were drunk. As you guys have known, you've met people who are drunk. Maybe you've been drunk yourself before. And a drunk person, there's no rhyme or reason to what they will say or do. They are completely not in control of themselves. They will say and do things that to a sober person will look either hilarious or annoying. But to the drunk person, there's really no filter between what their mind is conceiving of and their body is delivering. So in this particular video, we're going to try to do some of that Drunken style. So are you guys ready? If you guys are ready, let me know in the chat that you're ready. Because I'm ready. I'm just giving you guys one more minute to click in, and hopefully you guys will be able to view it without missing this live broadcast. It's going to be 30 more seconds. We'll let those people who are late come on in, and then we'll go for it here. Okay, wherever you're at right now, I want you guys to get a little space to yourselves. I want you to stop what you're doing right now and get up and do this instead. So hop up with me. Put this down on the ground. And I want you guys to get a spot on the floor and put your hands back behind you just like this. And get your feet on the ground like this. One of the most important tools in the toolbox of the Drunken Kung Fu Master is flexibility of spine and the ability to use the waist to his or her advantage. So I want you guys to put the hands behind you right here and arch up as high as you can. Just do this. And hold it with your hips as high as you can go. Use those butt muscles, use the back muscles, and stretch the shoulders at the same time. Good, about 10, 20 seconds. Now from there, I want you guys to lay all the way on the ground. Put the hands like this, and I want you guys to arch up into a full back bridge. So get it going, get it up as high as you can right there. Breathe deeply and hold it. Five more seconds, hold it, do your best. Be safe, make sure. And come on down on the ground again. Now get your legs and kick them over top of your head and stretch the legs behind you as far as you can. It's about 10, 20 seconds. Hold it. Straighten your knees right here. And get those hamstrings and lower back flexible. I am not liable for any injuries that you guys sustain during the practice of Drunken style Kung Fu because I'm drunk. You know what I mean? I have no sympathy for you guys because Drunken style is an advanced style of Chinese Kung Fu. You're not even supposed to be practicing it until you've had about 10 years of training beforehand. So I have no sympathy for you guys. Practice safe at your own risk, but you get no sympathy from me. Drop it down to 1 inch off the ground, then arch it up and hold that arch. And we're making the spine flexible, kind of like this. You guys can see. Hold it like an upward facing dog. And then from there, I want you guys to walk your hands back in toward your feet and stretch it down to the ground. Get that forward stretch again going. Very nice. Now I want you guys to go from there into a horse stance and get nice and low and work the legs. Get your butt down, get your head up, and your torso is open as if you're sitting on a chair behind you. So nice and relaxed and comfortable, and hold it there. Get those legs working. From there, I want you guys to shift to a left side forward stance. We call it a bow stance, and get nice and low right here. And now get your hands out to the side and try to arch back as far as you can. Hold that arch with a good straight leg in the back. So nice low stance, flexible back, and hold it. Keep your balance. Try to look at the wall behind you. And then put one palm to the ground and get the other hand up high, really high like this, and reach it toward the ceiling. And it's the end of June, or it's July 1st. It'll be July 1st, Phoenix, Arizona. And it's about 113 degrees Fahrenheit, around 45 degrees centigrade today. It's nuts. The concrete's actually super hot right now. It's burning the flesh off my feet. So I hope you guys appreciate the pain I'm going through for your live class. And let's go the other direction. Same thing. So get nice and low stance. Nice and low, stretch it. Get the arms to the side and arch back as far as you can. Hold that arch. Hold your balance. Good leg strength. Then get one palm down, reach the other hand up, and reach it toward the sky. Very nice. Now we'll stand up in a natural stance. So I'm going to move the camera for you guys and right up here. Stand and turn where you have some room behind you. And I want you guys to give yourself 10 repetitions of a back bend. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's the easy way. Let's do it again a little farther, and we'll help you guys work on your Mandarin Chinese counting ability. So we're gonna go E, R, San, Se, Wu, Liu, Qi, Ba, Jiu, Shi. Okay, let's do one more set, 3 sets. But this time, use your hands. Get them up and reach the arms back behind you. E, R, San, Se, Wu, Liu, Qi, Ba, Jiu, Shi. Hold it. All right. Okay, get those wrists in your back like this. A little bit of a lower back kidney massage. Push the groin muscles forward and engage your butt and massage that lower back. We're gonna use our hands to push some flexibility in the back right there. Then take your hand and take your neck, stretching this way, hold that stretch. Other hand, stretch the other way. Then gently behind the head, stretch it forward. Now I want you guys to work on what we call a cat stance. So in Drunken, the cat stance is very common. And a cat stance, what I was taught, let me move the camera so you guys can see my feet a little bit here. I was taught that the cat stance is the back foot like this, the front foot like this. So you're making a T shape in your feet. They're about 2 foot lengths apart. 90% of your back leg, or 90% of your weight is on the back leg. Sink it down. Now get your hands out this way in front. Like you're holding 2 cups in your hands. And then go switch. Hold those cups and hold them out. Offer them to somebody. Switch. Switch. You know how in most martial art classes you step and turn? Like stepping and turning and stepping and turning. This is the Drunken version of that. So we're here. The bottom hand clears underneath this side. Bottom hand clears underneath this side. Let's go for 10 of these. E, R, San, S, Wu, Leo, Chi, Ba, Jiu. Sure. Good. Now let's talk for a second about the hand position for Drunken style. Check this out. It's like you're holding a cup in your hand. I got my jar of water here, and it's as if I'm holding that jar of water. Then when I drink in Drunken, I go like this. And drink it back. Kind of sloppy, kind of drunk. So we're holding that jar in our hands, kind of like we're holding on to something in the hand. The other hand as well. So both are making like almost a circle, not touching, but a little apart like that. Then usually we're this way because in Drunken, the wrist is very important. If you guys watch the movie Drunken Master, one of my favorite Kung Fu movies of all time. In fact, we were talking recently about what my top 5 favorite martial art movies of all time are. And I think that my top 5 somewhere in there were Bloodsport, Karate Kid, the pilot episode of the Kung Fu series with David Carradine, Drunken Master, and something else was in there. I'll remember it later on. But the master for Jackie Chan, the Drunken Master, really conditioned his wrist. That was a very truthful part of that movie, wrist conditioning. So you guys have to have your wrist bent back very far like this so that you're really having a good amount of cramping in the back of the wrist. Similar to if you guys check out the live class when we did Praying Mantis, the same kind of wrist conditioning. So our goal is to really condition the wrist, and we're locking it back and we're offering it out this way. All right. And the striking points of this position are going to be the back of the wrist right here, not the back of the hand, because that would break it. The back of the wrist though, yes. So that is going to be a striking point right there. Back of the wrist. Other hand, the same thing. So we're using the other hand here. Hit the back of the wrist. Back of the wrist. Not the back of the hand. The back of the wrist. Back of the wrist. Hit it. Hit it. And so that's a striking weapon that can come underneath somebody, come from the side of somebody, come as a ridge hand at somebody. It can hit somebody over the top this way. It can hit somebody under the chin this way. And so we have this really powerful weapon. There's also finger jabs, and there's also punches, but for today's lesson, we only have a limited amount of time. We're gonna work on that wrist position. So with that in mind, I want you guys to get up and do this next move with me right now. Let's go to like a half horse stance, pseudo horse stance, like a high horse stance, and have the hands out this way. Now watch out for stuff around you. Don't hit something. I want you guys to circle left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand to the side over here. Now do it again. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand over here. Do it again. Left, right, left, right. Again. Right, left, left. So we're gonna go 左 右 左 右, then 右 左 右 and 左. That's left and right. Now, other thing to mention is the turning of the waist. So watch, my waist is gonna turn powerful to the right. Then it's gonna turn powerful to the left. Powerful to the right. Powerful to the left. Let's go for 10. E, faster. R, San, S, Wu, faster. Leo, Chi, Ba, Jiu, Shi. Now watch my spine action. If I turn this way, go to solid horse stance, my spine really goes to bend like this and then back. 1, bend it. 2, engage those ab muscles. 3, again. 4, again. 5, keep it going. 6, 7, 8, 9, abs. 10. Very good. And if you guys have a heavy bag at home, within reason, you don't want to overdo it. You want to train really hard and consistently and train for real, but you don't want to go beyond your body's abilities. So don't hurt yourself. If you have a heavy bag or something, or a partner to hold a mitt for you, I want you to practice using the back of the wrist for striking that heavy bag over here, then use the wrist for striking a heavy bag over here. And then hits like this. Get this going right now. Back of the wrist. See if you guys can be faster than me. 10, 20. You think that Wing Chun is the only martial art with chain punching? Wrong. Drunken's got it. It's like this. Let's get it going faster for 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So let's go for a little bit of a drunken form and see if you guys mentally can commit this to memory with me right now. Hop on up on your feet. I'm gonna bring you guys forward a little bit so you can see every detail of this here. Can you guys see? What do you think? That tree right there is a Barbados cherry, acerola. That tree right there is a Chico sapote, or called a sapodilla. We got a whole garden, whole backyard full of edible goodness. So my backyard, I'm trying to make a backyard that's a mixture of Mr. Miyagi's backyard from The Karate Kid and Willy Wonka's chocolate factory from the movie. So that way it's a Zen backyard that's also edible with nutritious things. So Barbados cherry, Chico sapote, and these bushes down here are pineapple guavas. And I have ironwood tree over there, which is a native that also puts off edible pods, and a grapevine up here that's fruiting delicious grapes right now, even though it's hot. It's a good standing position. Left hand on top. I want you guys to bow, looking at your opponent. Drop down like this. And now it's time to get into the spirit of drunken style. And so it's very important for us to kind of become tipsy like this, a little bit wavery. Like we've had a pint too many, and we're unable to control our body's ability to move. So just like when we were acting more aggressive tiger style, and we were trying to get into the spirit of an aggressive tiger, we want to get into the spirit of a drunk with this style. Let's try it again. Left on top. We're going to bow, put the hands down to the sides, and feel a little bit tipsy, kind of like you guys can see from the side. Kind of, is that showing up on camera? Kind of just a little bit drunk. A little bit of a Jake Mace earthquake going on right here. Okay. From there, I'm going to reach out in front of me to the bar and grab my 2 cups of Chinese wine or sake. And then I'm going to take those cups and I'm going to go right hand drink like this, left hand drink like this, and then right hand drink like this, and then bring the hand around and back into the front again. So from the side, this looks like this. We bow, put the hands down, get a little bit tipsy, Grab those cups in front with the right hand on top. Now drink 1 with the right, 2 with the left, and 3 with the right. Bring it around and back to the front. Now, drunken style is the epitome of technique that's not necessarily clean, but technique that is thrown unpredictably. So we're gonna throw some sloppy kicks. So if you guys are not very good at kicking, this is the style for you, all right? After we do the drink, 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 and come back around, the right foot is gonna go like this. It's gonna go stiff kick, right to the front. So it's a kind of a bent kick and straight at the same time, kind of stiff kick like this. Just like a very sloppy front kick, right to smack the ball of the foot. So we go 1. Then I go sloppy inside kick, cross step, and waver again right here. Let's do it a second time with the other side. Left leg, do a sloppy front kick, and then a sloppy inside kick, cross step, and waver right here. Let's do this again. You guys ready to do it again? I'm gonna go from the side this time. So from the side, after we bow, grab the cups, drink 1, 2, 3 with flexibility. Right leg starts it. We go sloppy front kick, inside kick, and waver. Sloppy front kick, inside kick, and become tipsy. Okay, one more time from the front so you guys can see. Let's do the whole thing this time. Bow. Put the hands down, and I'm Jake Mace, sober. But now I'm getting high on life a little bit. Grab the cups in front of us. Drink right. Drink left. Drink right. And bring it back to the front. Feel that intoxication setting in. Right leg, sloppy front kick, sloppy inside kick, cross step, and wobble. Left leg, sloppy front kick, sloppy inside kick, cross step, and wobble. Now, right leg goes all the way in front again this way. Both forearms are gonna come together and block something down. Then both those cups smash somebody in the ears, right there in the middle. Like we're hitting the opponent right in the ears. That's it, you guys. That's gonna be today's short sequence of drunken kung fu. So let's do the whole thing once from the beginning, and then you guys can replay this video once our broadcast is over, and you guys can learn it if you guys didn't already get it. And that's the drunken style. The drunken style of kung fu should put you in a really good mood. It should also make you kind of playful and light, and it shouldn't make you too serious. So if you're a troll out there who's going to be not courteous and you're going to be insulting in the comments, then drunken style is not for you, because drunken style is for those people who want to have fun and enjoy themselves and do a martial arts style that's unorthodox, not that traditional, strikes from odd angles of attack. The drunken style will create kind of an odd mentality for the practitioner. Drunken specialists are a little loopy. And it also will create incredible physical conditioning into your body. Because if you do these condition exercises every day, for multiple sets a day, you'll have strong abs, a strong core, strong spine, flexible body, very strong legs, and your fundamentals, your grounding, your ability to create power will increase because of the practice of drunken style, and all your other martial arts styles will reap the benefits of that conditioning and that athleticism. That's all I gotta say about that. So thanks for watching today, you guys. We had a lot of fun showing Drunken to y'all, and I have a local Kung Fu class here in Tempe that's starting in about 30 minutes. So I got to get ready to teach. It's a beginner Kung Fu class. We'll be doing Chin Na, Tiger Style. We'll be doing Qigong, a lot of fundamentals of kicks, stances, punching, a little bit of sparring. We'll be doing Tiger Style, Bird Style, Mantis Style, some bow staff, and all this within an hour class. So I got to get ready for that. But for some reason, I'm not able to see anybody's chat today. I don't know what's happening with the chat. I can't see it. I usually like to talk to you guys during this broadcast, and YouTube or Google Hangout is not allowing me to see your guys' comments on the chat. I can tell there's a lot of you watching. Let me see here if I can find it. I'm going to try one more thing here. I'll tell you while I'm searching for the chat here, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Drunken to end this broadcast today. There is 8 different Taoist Drunken Immortals. Each one of them has a story, and each story of each immortal is supposed to be a metaphor for life. And so you are supposed to listen to the stories of the Drunken Immortals, and you're supposed to be inspired to live a better life as a result. And so one story that comes to mind is the story of the Drunken Immortal who is known as Ludong Bin. I can see the chat now. I got you guys' questions here. Okay, I'll start answering questions. But before I get sidetracked here, Ludong Bin was a famous scholar and martial artist in Chinese history, and he apparently went to take the national exams in order to see how smart and martial he was compared to all the other competitors in China. And apparently in the same year, he won both. He won the award of the China's greatest scholar, but also the award of China's greatest martial artist in the same year. And when he was preparing for those exams, he wasn't too keen on how his performance would be. And so in the weeks leading up to the exams, just like a high school student would prepare for the SATs, or a med school student would prepare for the MCATs, or a law school student would prepare for the LSATs, he was preparing for the national exams and preparing for the martial arts side as well. And so he was kind of not very keen and wasn't very impressed with how his progress was going. And so he went to a local pub one night, sat down and asked for a bowl of warm Chinese wine. And when he went there, he was sitting next to a very obese man, a guy who was kind of chubby and kind of big. And he drank the wine across from the man, and then he fell asleep at the bar. And when he woke up, the man was gone. Well, a week later, he went to go take the exams. And of course, the story goes, he became the ultimate scholar, ultimate warrior, and passed and became China's most famous and most high-ranking general, with military strategy and the martial arts to back it up. However, years later, he was framed by a colleague for treason, and he was killed, as well as his wife and children were executed in front of him. And right as he was about to be maybe shot by a firing squad or some kind of form of execution, boom, he woke up and realized that the last few years of his life had all been a dream. And he woke up in the same bar next to that chubby guy. And that chubby guy was another one of the immortals whose name was Han Zhongli. And Han Zhongli was already an immortal, and he put Ludong Bin into a trance and showed him what his life had in store for him if he continued on the path toward being a political figure in China. And since Ludong Bin now saw that his hard work would just end in tragedy, he decided to follow Han Zhongli on a path towards self-cultivation and righteousness through the study of martial arts and through meditation. And the story goes that he even reached immortal status in one of the caves on Hua Mountain. I've actually been to one of the caves that apparently he meditated in to enlightenment into. And you can go there to this day and feel the feelings of the Cave of Enlightenment on Hua Mountain. So that's one good story about the immortals. So whatever path you're on right now, don't let it be a path leading toward disaster. Make sure it's a righteous path leading toward the betterment of yourself and the betterment of society and the earth around you. Because the study of the martial arts is not supposed to be to see who's the best at sparring and killing each other in the octagon. Training of martial arts is not supposed to be who can intimidate people on the street and be the strongest and best fighter on the street. The study of martial arts is supposed to be a lifelong study in which you find yourself, you create yourself, you determine what your strengths and weaknesses are by looking inside yourself, and as a result, you take actions to become the best form of yourself you've ever been and use that form to benefit the people, the planet, and the environment around you so that everybody is lifted up by your elite state. So let the martial arts be a path to enlightenment for you and not a path of destruction, and definitely not a path to becoming a YouTube troll. I don't like those YouTube trolls. They show their true lack of skill in their horrible comments on YouTube, and they can keep saying whatever they want, because while they're talking on YouTube, I'll be in my training facility making myself stronger, more flexible, and a better martial artist. So let me answer some questions here, then we'll close out this broadcast for today. This person says that, are you aware that a Kyokushin stylist, Kyokushin karate stylist, fought a Kung Fu stylist who used drunken Kung Fu and lost? What are your thoughts? Well, you know, martial artists love to discuss which martial art is the best, just like athletes like to discuss which is the best athletic endeavor. And that's why we have triathlons. A bicyclist and a runner and a swimmer couldn't decide which was the best activity for fitness, and so they decided to do a triathlon and include all of them. And so I think that if two martial artists had a fight, one of them won, one of them lost, that is directly representative of those two martial artists only. If a Kung Fu master wins or loses, or a Kyokushin martial artist wins or loses, that does not mean that their style is not good. It means that that person lost on that day. I mean, look at Manny Pacquiao. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time, but he's lost a handful of times. So people still recognize him as being one of the best boxers in history, even though he's lost, because people are people and they're fallible and they have off days and they have certain people that they fight that are better suited to defeat them. I would say that it would depend on who the Kyokushin martial artist was and who the drunken style Kung Fu guy was. It also would depend on what they had for breakfast that morning, who trained them, how they were feeling that day, were they healthy, what the conditions were, what the rules were. And so I would rather have a Kyokushin martial artist trained to become a better human being and a drunken Kung Fu master trained to become a better human being, and both of them elevate humanity together instead of always having to fight each other. But I also think that a lot of times the drunken Kung Fu masters are actually just performers, and you got to make sure that if you're going to have two martial artists do a fight, that both martial artists are fighters, not performers. And let's see here. Somebody's saying I should try Twitch. I don't know what Twitch is. I'll have to go look that up. Hey, let me know in the chat right now in the comments below, what city and what country are you guys watching from? I love seeing that. Somebody's here from Brazil. That's cool. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. This guy, Tice Watt, says, do you know and think of, what do I know and think about dim mak, or sound frequency and chi mantras? So dim mak is also called dien shui or chi ma, and it's the art of the death touch. And I do have training in that. We put a little bit on our YouTube channel. If you guys look up pressure points on my YouTube channel or type in pressure points Jake Mace on YouTube, you'll find some videos. But we're going to have a lot more dim mak and pressure points coming up on our YouTube channel, as well as at the online school at jakemace.com. I just was inside filming my ultimate martial arts pasta dish, the secret pasta that I make that will energize you beyond nothing else. And it's going to be in the food playlist of the online school. So that's a new video coming out tonight. I think that pressure points are not a mystical area of training. Pressure points are just vulnerable points in the body that most athletes and most martial artists know about. So every boxer knows that a nice hit to the ribs is devastating, that a strike under the chin is devastating, that a hit to the temple is devastating. And they know that if you get hit in the forehead, it's actually not that bad. The forehead can take quite a lot of abuse. So can the stomach. The stomach take a lot of abuse. Now the solar plexus is more vulnerable, and the groin, of course, is more vulnerable. So there's over 800 pressure points in the human body, and where acupuncturists and acupressurists learn how to heal using pressure points and using meridians, the martial artist who knows Dimok or Dian Shui or Qima, they are looking to cause blockages and pain with those same vulnerable points. I don't believe in the George Dillman school or that kind of no-touch knockout stuff where people kind of like touch their wrist and touch an arm and touch a chin and pass out. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's possible. I think that you have to create some actual force on vulnerable points to make them cause damage to the human being that you're hitting. And of course, through conditioning, you can strengthen your pressure points as well. So there will be more coming up on pressure points in the future. And let's see, any other questions we have here? Jake, can you do a video where you only speak in Mandarin and translate for us? That'd be fun. I might do that, actually. I've wanted to do I only know really 3 languages so-so. I know English so-so, I know Spanish so-so, I know Mandarin Chinese a little bit better. So yes, I'd like to do a Spanish video, a Mandarin Chinese video, and a translation down below for you guys. So yes, great idea, Patricia. I will do that in the future because 我很喜欢说中文. So I would like to do that too. Let's see here, different times of the day. Pressure points are more or less sensitive. Tina learned that in 1970 Chinatown, at New York City. That's pretty cool. The things you will learn in Chinatown. I really recommend go to LA Chinatown, go to New York Chinatown, and go to San Francisco Chinatown. Those are 3 great places in America to visit. And yes, according to the Chinese theory of meridians and pressure points, the qi moves in different areas of the body every about 2 hours because there's 12 meridians. Every 2 hours is 12 times during the day. So whether you're trying to heal yourself or fight somebody in the morning, afternoon, or night, the energy will be at different places, but that's called time-effective theories, and we'll talk more about that later on. And then last question here we'll answer, then I gotta get to my next class here. People are gonna start walking in a second. What do you think about those people who think Kung Fu is not practical? This person's name is Lamont, and they're saying, I mean, it was used to kill invaders, and the military used it in Asia. So I'm not sure why people think it can be used. Well, I think that like anything, you know, let's take, for instance, a sport called golf. You guys have played golf? There's people that look really pretty when they swing. There's coaches in golf who know how to teach. There's golfers who are experts in trick shots, who just want to do trick shots all the time. And there are golfers who are just amateurs, like to play for fun and think it's a great sport that improves their quality of life, makes them feel good, and gives them a chance to hang out with friends. And then there's the PGA Tour superstars, the 125 PGA pros who are the best of the best of the best. And if you look at those PGA pros, none of their swings and none of their golf game is similar. You'll see somebody like Bubba Watson whose swing is very unusual, and you'll see somebody like Ernie Els or Tiger Woods or let's say Louis Oosthuizen, who have picture perfect swings that you would use as the model for all golf swings. And I think that martial arts is very much like that. Within Chinese Kung Fu, within karate, within Taekwondo, within Judo, within Jiu-Jitsu, within MMA, within Taekwondo and Wing Chun, within all these styles, you'll have the teachers, you'll have the enthusiasts, the amateurs, you'll have the trick shot people, and you'll have the beasts who are the elite. And I think that no matter what your reason is for training any martial art, whether it's Chinese Kung Fu or what, you'll find a wide range of people who love to train it for their own reason. And so I think it's very important not to lose sight that martial arts and the purpose of training martial arts is not to go fight in the cage. The reason why we think that is because in today's world, mixed martial arts is very popular as a sport on television. But believe me, back in the 1980s, when Karate Kid came out, nobody really wanted to go and fight in the octagon. Everybody wanted to go to a karate school and find a Mr. Miyagi to use karate to become a better person. In the 1970s, everybody watched David Carradine and wanted to go train Shaolin Kung Fu in order to become somebody who stuck up for the less fortunate and used Kung Fu to become more righteous, just like David Carradine did in the Kung Fu series. And so if you live long enough, you're going to see trends. And every 10 years, people will do martial arts for a different reason. This generation or this particular decade, it's mixed martial arts and fighting in the cage. So I think that the reason to train Kung Fu is different for everybody. If your reason is to fight, yes, you can train Kung Fu and become one of the greatest sparrers and greatest fighters on the planet. But you can also train Kung Fu and become in incredible fitness and incredible shape. You can become one of the most incredible athletes on the planet. You can train Kung Fu just because you think it's cool and because it makes you feel good about yourself, because you love it and you think that it's fun, because you enjoy teaching somebody Kung Fu and you enjoy conveying Kung Fu to somebody else that, quite frankly, might be better than you. You know, I think that Michael Jordan was better than Phil Jackson, but Phil Jackson still was the coach and Michael Jordan was the best of all time. So it didn't mean that Michael Jordan's the coach, because there's coaches, there's teachers, and there's the players. So I think that no matter what your reason is, no matter where you fit in the world of Chinese Kung Fu, just fit, man. Just enjoy it and be who you're going to be. Train consistent, train hard, train every single day, and you guys will live a better life. You don't have to go fight in the cage to prove yourself. And the last question, I'll answer one more because there's so many questions here. This person asked, his name is, I think it's Christian. That's a really cool name. I've never heard that one before. But Christian asked, Jake, I always wanted to know, can you use your inner energy or chi to enchant your attack so you can increase your attack power? That's a cute question. I don't believe in chi like that. I don't believe that we are X-Men characters like in the X-Men movies. I think that we're humans. And I think that when the Chinese say the word chi, they really just mean the feeling that you get inside of you. I don't believe in chi like electricity. I don't believe in chi as if it's a force you can project out of your body into an opponent. I think that chi is something that you can cultivate in yourself like an emotional state. Some people just know how to look inwardly on themselves and make themselves feel like they're in a very happy, emotional state all the time. And no matter what happens in their life, they can look inside themselves and they can move a certain way and they can think a certain way and they can feel a certain way to be happy in whatever situation they're in. And that's yin. That's yin. And on the other side of things, on the yang side of things, there's people who look into themselves and no matter what the situation is in life, they just will be miserable and they'll be depressed and they'll be unhappy. And no matter how good the situation is, they will find a way to make it horrible. And so that's yang. So I think that chi is kind of like that. Chi is that thing inside of us that can wake us up early in the morning and motivate us to go and condition hardcore, or it can motivate us to do something that's incredible with our lives, or motivate us to strike somebody with a lot of efficiency and power right into vulnerable points, or it can motivate us to become receptive to the world around us and listen and hear our opponent's chi or our opponent's emotional state and allow us to hit them where it hurts. If you guys are like Kevin Costner in Waterworld and you just stop and listen to the earth sometimes, The earth will speak to you and you'll be able to improve your life by listening. So I think chi is like that. Chi is the ability to do incredible things with your duende inside of your heart. Thanks guys for watching today. I'm gonna put this video on YouTube, so if you or any of your friends missed this live session, you guys can share it with your friends. Make sure to join my online school. It's just $5 a month at jakemace.com. You can also join for a year for 50 bucks. You can check out my t-shirts at jakemace.com. You can also follow me for free on Instagram at jakemacetaichi. You can follow me on Twitter at Kung Fu Universe. And you can like my Facebook page at Jake Mace and then a dot and then Tai Chi. Facebook.com/jakemace.taichi. Also for free on YouTube is my Vegan Athlete YouTube channel, which has a lot of gardening videos and different food recipe ideas. And you can also follow me on my Jake Mace vlog, which is in the description below this video. There's a link to my new vlog channel that already has about 1,500 subscribers, and we're trying to put more videos on the vlog. I have about 20 vlog videos sitting on my computer, have yet to be edited and uploaded, so stay tuned. We have a lot of vlog videos with some really cool stuff I've done coming on the vlog channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And we're going to be having our next live class this coming Monday. So stay tuned for that. This Monday at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And if you guys email me at jakemace.com, then I will email you the topic when we know what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. I love having these live broadcasts to meet you guys live. Thanks for your great questions. And I will see you guys back here next time.